Okay, everybody, we're going to have to mask off this frame, spray this. I could leave it that color, but I would prefer when the, let me zoom you back out here. You are zoomed out. I would prefer when the chassis goes on. If it goes on, there we go. That be the actual body color. So I'm going to mask off, spray this. I'll have to do the rust on it again, spray it to body color, and then we should have that. So let's get started on that. And of course we will take little intermissions here, but we're going to use our old famous silly putty here. Take off a little chunk. And I'll get started putting that on the frame. Then I have these little sticks, like I've got a point, and I don't know, kind of a whatever angle that is on the end of it. Got just a wedge on both ends, and same with this one. So let's try this one. See how it's gonna work. So we'll just go in and push that down into the crack. Now, silly putty doesn't really, it won't really stick, it won't stick like tape, so you just kind of lay it, in there, push it where it goes, spray, and then pull it out. And it may leave a little line right along where this joint is too, because silly putty is obviously going to be a little thicker than tape. But I try and get in there with the point and make it as thin as I can right along that line. You can just almost see through the silly putty right along that line. So that's what we want. As long as there's just a coating of silly putty, the paint won't go through it. Then you can push it, spread it, whatever you need. So there's that little chunk. Mask off and ready to spray. We'll do one side here, and then I will pause it and do the other side, and then we'll go spray it and move on. And if nobody likes watching this, that's fine. Gives me something to do. Feel free to move on to another video, another channel. No hard feelings. When you're bored, this will give you something to do. And I'm bored, so this is giving me something to do. Now, if you can see, I'm kind of leaving it back from the edge I wanted at. And I'm just pushing it up to that edge. Trying to get that edge as thin as possible. That's looking really pretty good. And I've got this little sprays here that I've got to go around. I'm going to leave that black. So we got to mask it off too. So we've got to get down in and go around where that is. And you may have to come back and just use a brush and just touch here and there. But This sure beats the heck out trying to put tape in here or that liquid masking stuff. So there's one side, and then what I'll do is when I get to the other one, I'll just flatten out some big areas of silly putty and just cover the rest of the frame and stuff up there, and then we can spray it. So I'll come back as soon as we're done ready for that. Alright guys, we're going to do this little bit of rusting again. So we'll mix up our rust here. I changed the recipe to the rust every little bit just to give it a different variation. I don't want it to all be uniform. Now we got it mixed up. Here's our part all masked off. Spraying a little hard, so we'll cut that down. Okay guys, we're back. We got the rust put on the chassis part here. We got the salt put on. Now we're going to mix up some paint and spray that with the body color. Mix up some here we like. Trial and error. Oop, turn the air compressor on. That'll help. Yeah. Like that. Made it a little bit greener. We'll try that and see what happens. dry that and come back. Okay, we got painted the body color now, so we'll try and get this silly putty back off. Hopefully it ain't too warm. I was drying the paint. Get it off of here. If any little bits stick, don't worry about it. We'll get that in a minute.
A group of brave men are at work in a makeshift operating room, struggling to save your sons and brothers. While outside, the dogs of war bark at the door of this sanctuary. These are the saints in surgical garb, dedicated surgeons, all volunteers.
Wondering about the noise. I'm still watching MASH. First season. So they're acting pretty nuts. So yeah, come off pretty good. Nice few little bits that stuck. We'll just take our putty and touch it. We'll pull it right off. So turned out pretty good. So we'll go wash that, get the salt off, and we'll show you what we got then. So we'll be right back. Okay, there's what we got after we get rid of the salt. I got a little more here than I wanted, but we'll cover some of that up with dust. This side looks pretty good. The underside is always going to be a little bit more rusty than the top. That's where all the salt and stuff from the road is. So we will get this dried off now. I'll clear coat the area we just done. Then we'll go on to some dust. So I'll be back. Okay, everybody. Now we're going to try and get some dust on this thing. See what that looks like. I'll mix that up here real fast. Get my bottles ready. Use some white and some brown. Don't need a whole lot since we're just dusting it. A little bit of white, a little bit of brown. And that's what we'll end up with. Slightly dust it all on. And we can see that when I get over here in the light in a minute, I'll put maybe a little bit more on, then I'll show it to you. So I'll be back. Okay, everybody. Now we got the dust all put on it. So we went pretty subtle with the sorry about shaking there with the dust. I can always put more on later if need be, but we got the dust on. We got clear coated. I just clear coated that. So that's where we're at now. Then we'll just keep adding to it and do some little detail painting up in here, and we may go back over it again at some later point with a little bit more dust. Just depends on the area that you think this truck might have been from, is, you know, how much dust put on, what color dust put on. So, but that's where we're going to stop at for today. So, there we go. Enjoy.